In this video, I am drawing two pen and ink portraits of two prominent Black Bermudian politicians who died in 1963. They are Wesley Leroy Tucker and Dr. Eustace Cann. The book Second Class Citizens, First Class Men by Eva Hodgson is mainly about these two men's involvement in extending the right to vote from just landowners to everyone. Just before these two men died, anyone over 25 was able to vote, but as a compromise, there was a plus vote for landowners, so it still wasn't really one man, one vote. The rise of the union movement, many protests and boycotts like the theater boycott, made a difference in pressure from outside Parliament affecting what happened in Parliament. The Committee for Universal Adult Suffrage, led by Roosevelt Brown, was also instrumental in changes taking place. They had meetings island-wide talking about the importance of the vote. It wasn't until 1968 that the plus vote was removed and the voting age was lowered to 21. So you can see that in politics, you don't always get what you're after right away, and the same happens in art. If I'm doing an oil painting, I often will have to scrape away things that are wrong, and if I'm working in pencil, I often have to use an eraser to erase and get things right. If I'm working in pen and ink, I can't really make those changes. So at one point, I actually even started off with a pencil drawing and then started using ink after that. And I think I might have had better results like that. Originally, I was trying to work with just a pen and ink drawing. And I've discovered that often the type of paper you have, the type of ink and nibs you have make a better difference to the type of results you get. So you should be able to see the different drawings that I've done here and how I had problems getting a likeness. But if I keep working and working, I end up getting something close to what the person looks like. I did this all pen and ink of W.L. Tucker in a small sketchbook. I didn't film myself doing it, so all I can do is show you the image. Now you can see my pen and ink portrait of Dr. Eustace Cann. I had a couple of unsuccessful starts. I ended up starting in pencil because, as I said before, you don't always get what you're after in art. And I was also saying the same thing happens in politics. And this is how the book closes. If we are to achieve a freedom of mind and spirit sufficient to make a contribution which will stand the test of time, we must learn to know ourselves. We must know our strengths and our weaknesses. We must know our past and our goals. We must know our values and our motives. We must know with a certainty what we are and what we have been and what we wish to become. We must know what we are and from whence we came, even in order to decide what we want to be. We must understand the forces that have molded us if we are to achieve a dignity of spirit, if we are to be torn no longer between what we are and what we are told we ought to be. If the past decades have presented us with the challenge to first-class citizenship, surely the following decades present us with an even greater challenge. We must now face the challenge of retaining these virtues of sympathetic understanding and humane kindness. If we become selfish, bigoted, and ruthless as we shake off our shackles, then will our suffering and our centuries of bondage have been in vain? But if the memories of the past can give us dignity and humility, while our hope for the future can give us courage with integrity, then it will be with pride that we can pass on our unique heritage to growing generations of Bermudians. So you can see now that you don't always get what you're after to begin with, but you can eventually if you keep at it. Thanks for watching, and I would appreciate any comments, any likes, or you can even share this with anyone who you think would be interested. Bye.